My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody.
We are in a state of emergency. Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it goes. Free your mind.
When I get up in here, everybody, I'm fucking this nigga up, everybody. I'm tired of these niggas, man. I'm trying to work, do my thing, and niggas are clowning me and fucking up my career, everybody. I can't live like this, everybody. These niggas gonna have to die. Everybody, keep fucking with me. Everybody, keep fucking with me. Keep fucking with me. Everybody, keep fucking with me. Keep fucking with me. Everybody, keep fucking with me. The war has officially started. I would suggest to this troll, you better leave me the hell alone. It's on and popping. Peace out. Keep fucking with me. Everybody keep fucking with me. Keep fucking with me. Everybody keep fucking with me. Just get the fuck out of me, everybody. I'm just sick and tired of these niggas. I keep fucking with me, everybody. These niggas are fucking with me, everybody. He's fucking with me, everybody. And I'm tired of it, everybody. I keep it real.
What, dear? Because I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty, mighty, mighty Angel Snub Nub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. How do we wish to begin this commentary? When I was a little boy, before I was allowed to have a pet of my own, I befriended the next door neighbor dog. And the neighbor had no problem with me treating his dog like the dog belonged to me. I forgot the name of the dog, but I will assume that the dog had a very simple and common name because the dog was brown. So I would assume that the name of the dog was Brownie. We'll just say Brownie. I don't remember. And I really, really wanted my own dog. I really, really wanted my own pet. But since I could not have a pet, I fell in love with the next door neighbor's dog, Brownie. And myself and the neighbor, we raised Brownie from a puppy till Brownie became a full-grown dog. And we wasn't in like the rural area, but it was a place where dogs could basically run free. And again, my neighbor did not mind that I treated that dog like my own pet. And I would take the dog on walks and we would go out in the field and we would do so much things. I had a lot of fun with Brownie, and Brownie would get ticks and fleas, and I would wash Brownie and pick those ticks and fleas off, and Brownie messed around and got the mange, and the mange is a disease that causes the fur on an animal to drop off and look all hideous and nasty. But it did not make any difference. I love Brownie. Brownie had ticks and fleas. I love Brownie. Brownie stink. I love Brownie. Brownie had the mange. I love Brownie. One day, there was a car speeding through the neighborhood, and that car hit Brownie. And I don't know. We get animals and pets, and we really don't give a damn about them. And so Brownie was hit by this car, and my neighbor never gave Brownie no medical attention at all. Brownie was hit in the hind legs. And the place where the car had hit Brownie began to swell. And pretty soon Brownie couldn't walk. And next thing you know, Brownie was dead. But Brownie lived a little bit. And because Brownie had been hit by that car, Brownie began to break down and look very, very terrible. Start losing fur, losing weight, look like a skeleton. Brownie lived a little bit after he had been hit by that car. And one day, I was given the news that Brownie was dead. In fact, Brownie had died under our house, not the house of the neighbor, but Brownie died under the house where I lived. And the neighbor found out that Brownie was dead, and the neighbor came to us. I'm going to have to go under that house and get that dog and bury that dog. And I said, no, I will do it. I will go under the house and get Brownie, and I will bury Brownie. So I went under the house. I saw where Brownie had been laying there who knows how long, and I dragged the body out, and I took the body out to the field where myself and Brownie, we used to play. And I dug the hole, and tears came out of my eyes as I covered my friend with dirt. And I guess I would assume I probably said a little prayer and said my last goodbyes to my friend. Now, this was a dog. This was an animal, who cares? But for me as a child, that was my friend. For me as a child, Brownie deserved life, and Brownie deserved a decent burial, and Brownie deserved to be loved just like any other life on this planet. And that was years ago. That was probably 1969, 1970, somewhere around there, 71, something like that. And the reason why I begin this talk is to show you what love is. When you love, I love Brownie when Brownie was strong, when Brownie was one of the most beautiful dogs on the block. I love Brownie with ticks. I love Brownie with fleas. I love Brownie after he was hit by the car, and I love Brownie when I put the dirt over his body. When you love, when we love, all these things that we speak about, we can ignore because we love. Merry Christmas. Now, how do I jump from telling you the story about a pet of mine? Now I'm talking about Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, and have a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, and they go out into the forest and they cut down a tree, and they adorn it with ornaments. You chop down the tree is not beautiful enough. So you go out and get candy canes and ornaments and floss or whatever they do, and you decorate the tree to make it cosmetically pleasing to your eye, or make it pleasing to fit within a belief system and ideology. That's what we do. An adornment does not change the value that it's a tree, that is part of the natural world. It's still a tree. And that tree has value whether it has ornaments on it, decorations on it or not. It's still a tree. The decorations are adornments. So I'm on Facebook before I went to Facebook jail. I'm in Facebook jail for 60 days. Wasn't even my fault. Facebook is going to put me in jail for pictures I got from Facebook that shouldn't even been there. But that's Facebook garbage. It's all well and good. I don't really mess with Facebook a lot anyway. That's their garbage. I copied the picture from Facebook that's supposed to be a violation of their policy, but that's where I got the picture from. We want to talk about adornment. So I'm on a post with this black male. I don't like calling or saying black man because I don't really know any black men. Black males, stud horses or whatever. I don't really know many people, males, the male gender that I can say is a black man. And this chunk is not a man. He writes a post. I don't like women with short hair or they're bald. Black women. He said black women. He did not say women. He said black women. Soul sisters. He said black women, soul sisters with short hair or they're bald look like men. I can't get with that. They look like men. It's better to wear your weave or get a wig or whatever it is, because y'all look like you look like men. And I told him, your senses must be messed up. You don't know a woman that can't recognize womanhood because she has no hair or short hair? You don't recognize womanhood? Something is wrong with you. Have you ever seen animals out in the wild during mating season? Males don't trip off, oh, she missing some feathers. I can't get with her. Her feathers are white. They should be black. I can't get with her. Males recognize their females. They don't trip off adornment. That's what we want to talk about. Having hair on your head is adornment. It's cosmetic. You are still going to be a man whether you have hair on your head or you're bald. Now, if cold is opposite of hot, light is opposite of dark, and male or female is opposite of male, then according to your logic, sir, if a man is bald or have short hair, then he looks feminine. And maybe there's some truth to that, because y'all act like some little yellow sissies. Y'all act emotional like women, like girls. So maybe there's some truth to that, using your logic and using you as an example. And of course, after I start talking to him, he blocks me. How do a woman, because she cut her hair off or want to have short hair, she looks masculine? What world do you live in? When I was growing up, before they start getting into the weaves and all this kind of stuff, a lot of sisters couldn't grow long hair to save their life. Nobody was running around talking about they look masculine when I was growing up. But y'all are sick today in this society. And that's why I tell these sisters, stop tripping on these males, because whether you have natural hair or no hair or weave or whatever you do, you're not going to satisfy them. You're not going to satisfy Tommy Sotomayor. You're not going to satisfy Kevin Samuels. You're not going to satisfy these men unless you become an absolute slave. And that's what they're looking for. An absolute slave. A Barbie doll. Something they can dress. Something that they can control. It's called adornment. Some of y'all sisters, you meet a brother and he's adorned. He might impress you because he looks good in his suit, got rippling muscles, nice beard, nice beard, and this is adornment, this is cosmetics. And a lot of times, sister, after you start talking with him and you get married, he don't want to shave no more. All those rippling muscles starts sagging. And his 6-pack turned into a 12-pack from drinking those 12 packs of beer. Because it's all adornment. Now, if you base your love and if you base your marriage on adornments, adornments are temporary. They don't stay forever. And then you have those who work hard as hell every day to try to keep their adornments up to date. Steady in the gym, steady doing whatever they have to do to look good. That's a very stressful life. Because in this life, we come up, we're big and strong and healthy or whatever, but as we age, we begin to fall down. Usually, I sit in front of my sisters in Vogue. There's an In Vogue poster behind me. Terry Ellis will be 58 years old this year. Cindy Herron will be 60 this year. And Rona will be close to 50. But Cindy and Terry are 60 or will almost be 60 years old. But when you look at that poster, they look like they are in their 30s or whatever. Makeup, adornments, makeup, cosmetics. hair coloring. But the reality is, if you take all the adornments away, chances are Terry has black and gray hair. Cindy might have almost all gray hair. They're older women. Now, you tripping off this image that's on a poster. But if I see them in real life for who and what they are, is that going to change my perspective of them? No, I still like En Vogue. But now we see En Vogue for who they really are and what they're supposed to be. As you age, you get gray hair. As you age, you get slower. As you age, you need glasses. As age, you can't run the way you used to. And pretty soon, you're going to be dead. That's life. These are adornments. So because you only love and care about somebody because of adornments, you're going to be chasing the wind forever. So this person is telling me if his mother that he loved got cancer and she had to go through chemotherapy, and when you go through chemotherapy, a lot of times you lose your hair. So now your mama look like a dude, look like a man. And so since she look like a man, you don't love her like you used to because she lost her hair. Or you lose your job. Or these attachments, these adornments. And some of us are like that. And that's because you really don't love to begin with. When you love with hair, no hair. Suffice to say, it's according to what culture you're in, because there are tribes and people on the earth, the women cut their hair off on purpose. They don't want any hair. But if you love somebody, you love them. Like in the marriage vows, for better and for worse, to death do us part. Because you love. See, y'all don't love. You lust. So since you lust, you got to have a certain amount of hair. Since you lust, got to have a certain amount of weave or a certain amount of money, or you got to wear your clothes a certain way. My partner in crime, Sister Noble, she could lose her hair tomorrow. That's not going to change how I love her. It's not going to change nothing. Or if tomorrow she goes into a wheelchair or end up in a nursing home, I'm going to love you until I can't do it no more, and I'm going to love you even in death because I love. How are we going to become a people? How are you going to build an independent nation and you don't even love the people that you're building this nation with and for? You don't love the black woman. You don't love your own daughter. So if your daughter gets sick and she lose her hair, she look like a little boy. Because you can't recognize you don't know what womanhood is to begin with. But see, a lot of that comes from religious dogmatism. Because it says in religion or whatever that the hair is a woman's crowning glory or some crap to that effect. we are influenced by religious garbage teachings. Also, the soul sister or the black woman's example of beauty is the white woman. And you see her on TV. White women, you know how they do their hair. And she's your example of beauty. So you have black women. I don't have no hair, so I'll get the weave or whatever I need to do. Give me some hair so I can do this. She's the soul sister. She's the black woman's example of beauty. And you already have color. The reason why the white woman has to go to the beauty store and put on red and green and whatever, because she has no color. So she has no lips. So she got the lipstick to paint lips. Here you are, got more lips than anybody, and now you look like a clown because you putting all this lipstick, making your lips look bigger. You already have lips. You don't have to draw lips. Some of y'all sisters don't. I mean, that's just the reality of it. Some of you don't have a lot of lip. So it really don't look too bad on you because you don't have. But some of you sisters, you have lip. You got nose. You got everything. Adornment, you adorn yourself to try to please somebody, to attract somebody, prove something to somebody. So I gotta buy a limousine car. I gotta have a certain kind of house. I gotta adorn myself to please some sucker. You take me for what I am, or you can keep rolling. I'm not going to change me for nobody. How are you going to work for people and you don't love them? So you have all these Pan-Africans, Comedics, and Hebrew Israelites, and all these people, whatever. They claim they love you, and they will call you nigger fast, Sambo, coon, black bastard. I just got called a black bastard not too long ago. These are those who say they love you. They love us. Unfortunately, when we love, sometimes we can be abused. And people take our weakness, our kindness for weakness. And we get abused because we love. People recognize that you love, so they'll take advantage of you. And I would never tell nobody or ask you to be a fool. Don't let nobody take advantage of you. You love them from afar. So this clown blocked me because he can't handle the truth. And they always think when they say these things about the sisters, for some reason it don't include their own mother, grandmother, great-grandmama, their daughters. So if your daughter, your mama, great-grandmama, whatever, they lose their hair, they look masculine. One of my favorite En Vogue ladies, Terry Ellis, and her natural hair is decent length, but the majority of the time, she looks like she's bald. She takes her hair, and a lot of the sisters do, they take their hair and they pull it all the way back, and it look like they bald. So they look masculine, right? They look like a man. You don't know the difference between a man and a woman? That's my question. This goes to show us how sick we are. Out of balance we are. We really messed up. You do not want to be nowhere in life with these men in control. These men say the reason why the black community suffer is because we live in a matriarchal community, society. The black community is a matriarchal. So you're a damn lie. And they say it's been that way for 40 years. If that's the case, when we are asked who are the leaders of our community, why a woman's name don't pop up? It's always Malcolm X. It's always Dr. King. It's always Farrakhan. Always Jesse Jackson. Where the matriarchs at? The matriarchs. Where they at? Since the black community, because a woman have a baby and she's a single mother, how does that make her a leader in the community? No, she's a single mother that's still living in a community, guided and led by stupid ass men like you. And the reason why she's a single mother is because of a man, a single man. And that's ignored. She can't become a single mother by herself. And they ignore the fact that these men abandon their children. And that's just the reality of it. If these sisters lead the community and have been doing it for the last 40 years, which will put us around the 1970s, who are these women leaders? Where's that Jeopardy music? Dun 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 dun. You go back to the early 1970s, they're going to talk about the Black Panther Party, the Nation of Islam, the Urban League, and whatever, all run by men. By men, the male. You want to find an excuse to justify your failure, that you're a damn loser. And if you're a man, how did you let women take control of the community? Since you Mr. Mighty Great Man, how the hell did that happen? These men make me so sick. They're trifling. Like I told you, they're not men. They are exactly what the Pecker would call them. Come here, boy. That's what they are, boys. Who will never be men. Never. And you sisters, you dumb enough to keep having babies by these nothings. They don't protect, they don't provide. They call you a man because you don't have any hair. These silly idiots, and you keep spitting out babies for them. I said this in my conclusion, and it's really sad. It's not my fault. I was talking to a relative yesterday, and they treat that boy, spoil him to death. And I noticed that in our communities, the male, the endangered species, we get spoiled. Mama, daddy, that's my son. A lot of girls are mostly ignored. The only time a girl probably might get attention, don't you get pregnant, that's when you start getting attention. Don't you bring no babies in here. But until then, my boy, my son. And who's the real problem in the community? If you get robbed in the community, who you think is going to be? A male or female? We know. Who's the one behind the sex trafficking in our community? Male or female? Who's the pimps in our community? Who's the drug dealers? Who's the lowlifes in the community? And who is behind the sisters that's selling their body or stripping on a pole? Who's behind it all? It's the male. Oh, the poor male. He's an endangered species. Oh, poor George Floyd. Oh, poor Trayvon Martin. And crying. Oh, they ain't do you no damn good anyway. If they were providing food, clothing, and shelter, they probably wouldn't find themselves in that position. But since they are not men, they are boys, they go out here, mess with the men cops, they get their brains blowed out. And who do they cry? Who did George Floyd cry for? One of his last words. He said, Mama. Mama. Didn't say daddy. But we spoiled the male. What you spoiling these men for? They're not going to die for you. They don't even know if you're a man or woman because you lost your hair. Don't even have any hair. And you're going to defend and care about they dying? Who gives a damn? I know I don't. I don't give a damn. And I'm a male myself. I don't give a damn. They're not building you nothing. Here I am, been fighting slander and gossip from other men because I want to put the black woman, the soul sister, I want to give you a place on this earth that you can call your own. When you come here, you are protected. When you are here, you are provided for. When you are here in this geographical location, I don't know about the rest, but when you come here, want to give my mama a gift, a real gift. And you have all these men trying to make mockery and destroy and tear me down because they hate the woman. You should support your men that's willing to fight for you. You support the men that want to put your ass on a slave plantation. And the reason why you do that is because you keep listening and you are influenced by a Bible or a Quran that was written by men, not by God. Why would a God who is the parent, why would God play favoritism? In your own house, you're not supposed to play favoritism. You're not supposed to play favorites, your son over your daughter. If you're a real parent. I love my son just as much as I love my daughter. So what kind of God puts the male over the female? You can't do this. You could teach religion all year long and never mention womanhood, and nobody would even notice because you mean nothing. And that's where you want to be. You want to be with men that view you as nothing. You don't have no hair. I don't even know if you're a woman, lady. Because your hair just, because of old age or some kind of scalp disease, you lose your hair. Now the men around you, are you sure you aren't transgender? You want to be around men with mindsets and attitudes like that? They don't even know a woman when they see them. This is how they treat their daughters and aunties and mothers and grandmothers. You're nothing to remember. It's all about the penis. It's all about the man. You have to have balance. I took all the males off my wall, not because I hate my own gender. I took all the male images off my wall because almost all my life that's been shoved down my throat. All the prophets of God are men. Everything of any significance was men. Always about the man. Always surrounded by men. Men who do what? Men that don't do nothing. What you doing? We building a black nation. They was talking that crap when I was a little boy in 1970. What y'all doing? We building a black nation. Or if we don't get the black nation, we gonna separate. That's the Nation of Islam. Did they separate? No. Did they build a independent nation? No. What are they doing in 2021? Still begging you for money, telling you woulda, shoulda, coulda, what we gonna do. What are you doing? We building a black nation. Or we gonna separate. Still saying the same crap. They have not separated. There's no nation. And you steady spitting babies out for the nation that don't exist. And then you lose your hair and you look like a man. They don't want you no more. So with this logic, I don't understand if I said this in conclusion, because I don't understand the logic simply because a woman have a short hairstyle or don't have any hair, she looks like a man. So in the Nation of Islam and some of these Hebrew Israelite camps or whatever, the sisters, you never see their hair. They wear their hair like this. They wear like this. You don't never see their hair. You don't see their legs. You don't see their breasts. So according to his logic, it's a man under there. Because you don't see the hair. You don't see the breasts. You don't see the legs. You don't see the big butt. Now, some of y'all sisters carrying a lot of load in the back. You know, I don't care what you wear. You gonna, I mean, come on. So according to his logic, all the sisters in the Nation of Islam or the Hebrew Israelite camp, since I can't see your hair, I don't know what's under there, you probably a man. It all does not make any sense. But these are the men that a lot of women are trying to impress. These are the men you are adorning yourself to. See, I love us. Even the ones that are attacking me, call me a black bastard or whatever, I love us. I don't like what you do. I don't like how you treat me. I know that you do it in ignorance. But I still love us. Because if I didn't love us, I would probably be worse than Kevin Samuels. I'd probably be worse than Tommy Sotomayor. I'd probably be way worse than these people. They say what they say because they have no love. They don't give a damn about your feelings. They don't give a damn. I'm telling the truth. And they just want to use you for self-enrichment. What do we talk about coming here? We want to liberate ourselves in the most realistic manner that we can do it. I see no other option in a realistic sense than the Mississippi campaign. I don't see it. We have no guns. And even if we had guns, chumps like this and chumps like these people that's attacking me, they're not brave enough to use the gun. And the gang members, they will kill each other, but they won't kill the enemy. Sure won't. You know this. They won't kill the enemy. So since I know we don't have men among us, and I'm dealing maybe with a lot of women that have some heart, then the Mississippi campaign is the best option. And when the women, see y'all sisters, see y'all warriors too, leave these men alone. They losers. Support your brothers that support you. And go ahead and take care of business. and get your state. Do it yourself. Keep following behind these men. They're losers. You're not going to never get nothing. You're not even going to get child support. They're not going to give you nothing. They'll give you a kick in your ass. That's what they'll do. They are abusers. They'll rape your daughter and your sons. A lot of these men are bisexuals and pedophiles. Elijah Muhammad said and taught the MGT GCC in his organization, do not leave your children, especially your daughters, alone with their father. I'm going to say that again. Elijah Muhammad taught the MGT GCC, his female followers, do not leave your children, especially your daughters, with their father. Because he understands the mentality and what could happen. Just because a man talk about the black woman is God, and just because he said Hotep and also, that don't mean when you're not around and his little peewee start getting erection, he looking at your daughter and her hips is coming out and her breasts. That does not mean he won't get with that. A lot of us who have been abused in our families, it comes from the men. The men rape you. The men are the ones abusing us. It's the men, the endangered species. And then you have men in the neighborhood that's supposed to be men. They know about it, and they let these sexual predators slide when they should be kicking their ass or putting them in the morgue. They should be putting them in the morgue. You don't rape our children. You don't molest our children. You whoop their ass or you put them in the morgue. I prefer the morgue. You do not molest children. It ain't no white men in the neighborhood beating up our sisters and abusing our sisters. It's the men, the endangered species. They wouldn't have time to be abusing you. They wouldn't have time to be tripping on whether you have short hair or long hair, whatever, if they was building your nation for you, providing for you, food, clothing, and shelter. If they was busy doing that, they wouldn't be tripping off your weave, whether you have hair or don't have hair. They're too busy building up a nation. I can guarantee you George Washington and Ben Franklin and all them guys didn't have time to be tripping about white women. And if you notice, I'm going to say this in conclusion. These pieces of trash if you notice, people like him don't say nothing when the white woman cut her hair. There's a lot of Caucasian women simply get tired of all of those long hair and they cut it off on purpose. You don't see their men running around talking about, ooh, you cut your hair off. You look like a man. Only this boy. See, that's what boys do. I remember that's how boys behave when I was growing up. Ooh, you bald head. You know, you bald head and all these jokes. When you're a grown man, you want a woman and you recognize womanhood, regardless whether she have hair on her head or don't. But when you boys, that's how boys act. That's how boys behave. Because they don't love you. And when you're a child, that little boy have not learned to love his woman, the girls yet. And he's actually scared of the girls. He's acting out. Going through that phase, girls, yucky. And that's how they act on social media. Black women, yucky. Act like little boys. Children. If you keep supporting them, you're never going to get anything. That's why I suggest to us, you know, all these men that's coming after me, talking about me, the Mississippi campaign, whatever, these are boys. They act like boys, talk like little boys. There's nothing serious about them. That's why they haven't accomplished nothing. From 2010 to 2020, if you put all this blackity black stuff together, these men in charge, including Louis Farrakhan and his Nation of Islam, what have they accomplished? I've been asking people to make a video of their accomplishments, make a collage of it, put in a video from 2010 to 2020. What have they accomplished? All the Pan-Africans, all the Comedics, and all the Nuwabians, all this stuff, what have they accomplished? Absolutely nothing. You don't expect no accomplishment from me because you have not gave me nothing. So 0 plus 0 equals 0. You have not gave me time. You have not gave me labor. You have gave me no money. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 equals 0. You give these pieces of trash me so they can go on Facebook. I don't like black women with short hair and they bald because they look like a man. Dumb stuff. That's childish. And these people are 20, 30, 40, 50, might even be 60 years old. I suggest to us that I know truth hurts, but it's better to hurt now. Get with the program, study and learn. We are always open to questions. I do not mess with people who are fault finders and people who are playing games. But those that actually have sincere inquiry, we have no problem with answering your questions, your inquiry, making clarifications. We don't mind doing that. And you will see that the Mississippi campaign, the Mississippi initiative is the best way to go. Subscribe, get on board the Soul Train. Also, support our sister, Noah Levine. Get her book, God is on Trial, available on Amazon Kindle for $3.99, one of the cheapest books in the so-called black conscious type community, this genre or whatever. $3.99 on Kindle, $13.99 on paperback. Subscribe to her channel. Donate to her platform. Help our sister out. Support our women. Support our women. Women. Soul sisters number one. Soul sisters number one. I would give the brothers the credit when they earn it. I'm not going to give them no credit. I don't hate my own gender, but I'm not going to give you credit and you don't earn it. You ain't earned it. If you wish, you can also send us a gift here if you want to support this platform. All this information is also in the description box. And last but not least, also, you can listen to our sister Karen, Soul Sister, Late Night with Soul Sister Karen. We had a real nice discussion last night. She always want me to talk or somebody. Sister Karen, you're doing a good job by yourself. Just roll. And the more you do it, the easier it's going to get. You don't need my extra commentary. You don't need nobody. Just do your thizzy. Late Night with Soul Sister Karen, every Wednesday at 9:15 Central Time. Late Night with Soul Sister Karen. And last but not least, also support our brother who gave a very excellent lecture last week our brother Maurice Muhammad, the Mississippi Initiative. If you so blackity black, pro-black, see, the thing about it is they have a problem with me or my words because they can't comprehend and don't understand a damn thing. But since you can't get with that, then get with Brother Maurice. But they don't do that either because they're nothing but a bunch of troublemakers. They do not want what is in the best interest and what's good for us as a people. They do not. All this blackity black stuff is detrimental. They are really the enemies of the soul community. Adornment. You don't have to dress a certain way. You don't have to have a certain amount of money. See, because when you love, you love. I was telling you about my dog. I love my dog when my dog was pretty, and I love my dog with ticks. I love my dog with fleas. And I was loving my dog when my dog looked like it had mange and was hit by a car. When you love, you don't trip off no weaves. See, the thing about it is, when somebody know you love them, they'll listen to you. Tell them, I like you better with your natural hair. I love you. Of course, I love you for who you are. But I do prefer, I think that you look better with your natural hair. And that person, a lot of times, they would change and they would do that for you because they love you too. I know a sister, she told me she wanted me to wear jeans. I never liked wearing jeans. But I wore the jeans. It's not going to kill me or nothing. I wore the jeans because she wanted me to wear the jeans. No big deal. And we do these things and we make these compromises because we love each other. The reason why we are in the condition that we're in, because we don't love. You have a group of people that want to exploit and use you for their own selfish purposes, their own personal agendas. They don't have any love for you. Because if you love me, then you take me for who I am. And if there's something detrimental going on with me, then you love me enough to help me through my sickness. Like they say in the marriage vows, I will love you through sickness and in health. When you love, till death do us part. They only want you while you're healthy. They only want you when you got hair on your head. They only want you when you can do something for them. You know somebody when they really love you because they with you through thick and thin. Whether you rich, poor, through sickness and in health, they're going to stand with you to the day that the casket closes. Love. And for all those who are my family here, and we come together and we bathe in the message of what is brought here, we do it out of love. One of my deacons, we had a back and forth not too long ago. Didn't last long because there's mutual respect and love for each other. Didn't last long. He right back there on the floor, right back in action like nothing never happened. And he's right here with me right now today because it's all about brotherhood, it's all about family, it's all about love. But see, when you don't love the truth, when you can't accept reality, all these other things can't happen anyway. Because you live in fiction and fantasy. I accept my deacons for who they are. I accept Joel for who he is. I accept you for who and what you are. I'm not going to be, I never come on here trying to change people oh, you shouldn't be a homosexual. You shouldn't be a Democrat. You shouldn't be comedic. You never hear me say those things. I embrace us and work with you from where you are. If you change or do whatever, that's because you want to do that for yourself. Not because of me. Because you want to do it for you. If you do it for me, then it's not real. Because you're doing it for me. So when I'm gone, then what? You change for me and not for yourself. And you did not change for yourself. So what you done was not real. And that's what we're dealing with here. You don't eat pork. You believe in Jesus. And a lot of stuff that we do is not because of us. We're doing it to please somebody else, not please who we are. I believe in Jesus because that's the popular thing to do. I'm a Pan-African because that's the popular thing to do. I'm not doing it for how I really feel. That's what Brother Craig's problem is. If you listen to Brother Craig, for those of you who know Brother Craig, he claims to be a Pan-African, but if you listen to how he talks, he's talking so he can please other people. He's not really talking and doing what pleases his soul, how he feels to be part of popular. And what has that popularity done for him? Nothing. They wouldn't give him a slice of bread. They do nothing. So stop tripping off adornments and love people for who they are. Learn how to be a human being and not a skin color or races in training. So on that note, thank you for listening. Thank you, Deacons, for joining us this morning, afternoon. Those who are watching and those who will be watching later, it's always an honor for us to be here and talk with you. And until next time, as our ancestor Don Cornelius used to always say in parting, I wish us love, peace, and soul.